What is up? What is going on, collective? How are y'all doing? All right. God told me to take a rest, take a break, pull back my energy for yesterday. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to be posting this word on Tuesday. So hopefully it gets to y'all Tuesday morning. And I'm going to be learning something about the Bible, right? And as I learn, hopefully y'all can learn with me, right? Because I'm new to this, right? Not true to this, even though I'm learning how to become true to this, right? But I'm learning. We're learning, you know what I mean? And the most beautiful thing about learning is that you don't know, right? You don't know. So all of this that I'm reading to y'all, all of this that I'm talking to y'all about, I am literally just learning this. And I'm learning about the Bible. I'm learning about spirituality. I'm learning about my dreams. I'm learning how to interpret dreams. I'm learning how to speak, how to talk, how to express myself. And hopefully y'all are, learning right along with me, right? I hope we're learning right along together, right? And the main thing that we're learning together is that we're going to mess up and we're going to fall. We're going to embarrass ourselves. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to have victories. We are going to have triumphant, or certain things will be triumphant. But we are learning. Okay. So today I'm gonna be learning about Jacob and Esau. Okay. So I hope y'all can hear me good. My heat just came on. So let's get it, right? It says while Jacob was living with his uncle Laban, God blessed Jacob with many children, with large flocks, and with many servants. One day the Lord told Jacob to return to the land where his father lived. It wasn't easy for Jacob to go home. Many years before, Jacob had sinned against his twin brother Esau. This made Esau so angry that he had said he would kill Jacob. That was why Jacob had left home many years ago. He was afraid of Esau. Now God told Jacob to go home and promised to be with him. Still, Jacob wondered if Esau would ever forgive him. When Jacob got near his homeland, he sent messengers to Esau. Jacob wanted Esau to know that he had been staying with their uncle Laban, and now that Jacob was coming home, he wanted to be at peace with Esau. The messengers brought Jacob's message to Esau, but they came back with frightening news. Esau was coming to meet Jacob with 400 men. Woo. When Jacob heard this, he was afraid that Esau was coming to attack him. Jacob made a plan to save his family. He divided his family and the herds into two groups. He thought if Esau attacked one group, the other group would escape, or the other group could escape. Then Jacob prayed to God. Jacob thanked God that he had always been with him. He thanked God for all the blessings and the children he had given him. Jacob told God he did not deserve. Second. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Oh my gosh. You know this is uncut. Jacob told God he did not deserve even the smallest of all the goods God had done for him. Then he asked God to protect him from his brother. Then Jacob sent goats, sheep, camels, cows, and donkeys as a gift to Esau. Jacob hoped that all these gifts could make Esau so happy that he would forgive him. Next, Jacob also sent his 2 wives, servants, children, and everything else that he had across the stream, so that Jacob was all alone. Wow. That night, God came to Jacob in the form of a man. Jacob wrestled with God all night. Finally, in the early morning, God told Jacob to let him go. Jacob answered, I will not let you go unless you bless me. The wrestler, who was God, agreed and blessed Jacob with a new home. Now Jacob would be called Israel, which means that Jacob had struggled with God and with men. Jacob said, I have seen God face to face, and yet my life has been delivered. After the struggle, Jacob looked up and saw Esau coming with 400 men. Jacob went ahead of his wives and children, bowing on the ground 7 times until he came to his brother. Esau ran to meet Jacob and hugged him. Esau was happy to see Jacob, and the 2 brothers cried for joy. Then Esau wanted to know why Jacob had sent the herds and servants away. Jacob told him why he had sent him like servants and herds. Jacob told him that they were gifts. If Esau was truly glad to see him, he should keep the animals. Jacob was so glad to be at peace with his brother again that he insisted that Esau should keep the gifts. Esau accepted Jacob's gift and left his brother to go to the land of Seir, but Jacob went to the land of Canaan to bring a new life with a new name and a new place, and with all the blessings that God had given him. Wow. Okay. So that was just amazing. And oh my God. I feel like some of us, we may be like struggling with forgiveness, or struggling to think that somebody else won't forgive you, or maybe even struggling that God won't forgive you. Have you ever been in a certain circumstance where you was like, man, I don't know if God even gonna forgive me for doing this, or God's gonna forgive me for doing that, or your brother, sister, cousin, mother, ex-lover. You're like, man, I wonder, is this person gonna forgive me? I wonder, is this person still mad at me? I wonder, is this person even finds me worthy of forgiveness? And I feel like maybe God is like saying, it's not even as bad as what you seem, or it's not as bad as what you may think it is. And sometimes it's not just as bad. Sometimes God blesses people's hearts to say like, man, I already forgive you what you did. I already forgive you what you said. I already forgive you. Or I'm not going to keep that on my heart because I simply already forgive you. Have y'all ever noticed that somebody stayed out of your life for so long, and you was wondering why this person stayed out of your life for so long, but maybe they was just ashamed to come back in your life because they thought that you were mad at them for so long, and you had already forgiven them long ago, like even right after, like for so long. Maybe somebody was like, man, I don't even want to show my face. I don't even want to plead my case. I don't even want to. But God kept on telling you, like, yo, you need to check on this person. You need to go see this person. You need to talk to this person. You need to forgive this person, or this person needs to forgive you. You just don't know when the last time you would speak to somebody, or you don't know the last time you'll be with somebody. You just don't know. You don't know when it's the last time to be grateful for somebody, so you just don't know. And some of y'all might be looking at, Jacob is like yourselves. Like, man, I hope. Or I wish. And some of y'all are in Esau shoes, where y'all like, I wish you would have reached out earlier. Maybe, you reached out to somebody and, they're like, man, are you mad at me? And you thinking like, no, I haven't never been mad at you. Or no, I'm not gonna stay mad at you. Or why would I be mad at you? Why? When I already forgive you. I forgive you because you not know what you do, or I simply believe that you didn't know what you had done. And even if you done it, that's not what I'm going to keep on my heart about what you had done. And I feel like this bothered Jacob so bad that he had wrestled with God. Now, I'm not sure if he was just wrestling with himself or what. Like, I'm still learning and this is just new to me. Or what does it mean when he was wrestling, or who he was wrestling with? I don't know if he was wrestling with his mind. Have y'all ever been in a certain predicament or a certain situation where you was just up all night wrestling with your mind? It's kind of like the other message that I had said the other day, where like, man, I was just up thinking like, man, I know they gonna understand me wrong. I know they gonna get me wrong. I know people ain't gonna like what I say. I know people may not like how I think, And I feel like that was kind of like Jacob, where he was like, man, I gotta separate the two. I gotta separate this. I gotta separate that to protect my family, just in case. Have y'all ever had a race of mind? It was like, man, I gotta do this. I gotta do that, just in case. Just in case they don't understand me. Or just in case it's not some physical, mental, emotional understanding that we can have. Or some type of peace that we can genuinely have. Maybe I gotta do this just in case. But the main thing that I admire about Jacob is that Jacob went to God with it. Jacob didn't go to anybody else with it. He took it to God. He took his misfortunes to God. He took his problems to God. He took his emotions to God. He took his forgiveness to God. And he's like, man, God, if Esau doesn't forgive me, as long as you forgive me, all right, I'll be all right. Now accept what I have to accept. And I feel like God just made it all good. God made it all good when him and his brother Esau. So I feel like it's a couple lessons inside of this message. Not just about Jacob's message, but also about Esau's message. That you may have had people did things to you, if it was family, if it was co-workers, if it was friends, if it was lovers, whoever it was. And you just like, man, I already forgive you. It is what it is because I already forgive you. So yeah. And some of y'all are at a point where y'all are kind of like Jacob. And y'all are about to step into a new year, right? A new reality, a new place, a new environment, a new home with a new name, mentally, physically, emotionally. And you just had to do what you had to do to get into that new place. And if that was going back home and forgiving people that you needed to forgive, or going back home and asking for forgiveness to who you needed to ask forgiveness to, that is what you did, and that is what you do, or that is what you are doing. So, yeah, of course, this message won't be for everybody, but I feel like this is a beautiful message. I feel like we got to learn something about Jacob and Esau, and we learned how, how Jacob's name has turned to Israel. We have learned something that is so beautiful. So, wow. I'll be busy back, baby. Peace.